Shalom, y'all surrounded. People Israelites talk of the Roman once again prophesying the downfall of Babylon the Great. First things first, head to the east. You know, praise glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Hashem, Rahakadas. Faithful Hebrew Son, speaking as the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So for honors and plus the elders, the great millstone, the Shalom to sister brothers like the truth, the Shalom to brothers and sisters listening instead of telling themselves the truth. Shalom. Hey, I heard it talk today. Hey, the whole atmosphere, everything that's going on, war drums is beating. War drums are beating real hard right now. We got World War III is upon us, and then we also got war that's going to happen right here in Babylon the Great. Because the government is going to turn on the people and create what they call martial law. They're going to create chaos so they can provide some stability and then interact. They set up there, you know, the MO to the TVs. So, hey, we come to them start us out with this Revelation 11:14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And see, that really applies to us in this day and age right now because the third woe is upon us. World War III is this, it can happen any day now. All we take is for one missile to hit a NATO country, and it's on and popping, man. They want to say, I think Poland is next to get that work from Russia, you know, and hey, we heard. And when the war hits, it's going to hit like everybody going to get involved. Russia get involved, China going to get involved, India, South Africa, Iran, you know, North Korea, everybody going to get involved. It's going to be a world war. And when the world war starts, guess what? Ain't nobody going to be trading amongst each other. Ain't going to be no foreign trade, or here goes some food, or I got, you know, mother products coming, here you go. No, man, it's going to be shut up shop. So you're going to be left with whatever you got. And see, another thing what Babylon the Great going to do, when they declare war, world war, you know, they fight everybody abroad, the next thing Babylon the Great going to do is going to fight their citizens. They know it's over with. They're going to pull the plug on America. So they're going to, hey, they're going to end the Tuesday, what's it, their FEMA color list, and they're going to go door to door, round it up, you know, specifically Yasser. And the ones that got the testimony of Yahweh Shah, they're going to really seek to attack us. And at that time, if your mind and your spirit ain't built for this war, you're going to fold. Because said 2/3 ain't ready for this, man. They ain't even paying attention. They don't even know what's going on in World War. They don't even know what's going on overseas. They too busy turning up for the 4th of July. I'm about to turn up. I'm about to get drunk. All that. And look, that's nothing spiritual thing. It's the 4th of July, man. It's going to be all kind of banging, you know, pow. So Esau came in with war. Esau going to go out with war. That's why Yahweh Shah is bringing war. Because that's to destroy the hegemony of Esau and to get rid of his power structure. So that, hey, look forward to that. That's about to come. And I'm going to pull out. Y'all got some y'all pull? I might go to the next one.
I got one real quick. It's second Hedges chapter 15 and 10. And it said, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them in a mighty hand and stretch out my arm to spite Egypt with plague as before, and would destroy all the land thereof. And it says, verse 12, it says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it.
All right, that's you hear that? Hey, you got to think about it. Babylon the Great represents ancient Egypt. You know, this is the same place. That's why you can notice to say it calls the place spiritually Egypt and spiritually Sodom. So just like he destroyed ancient Egypt back then, he's about to destroy Babylon the Great the same way. And then, like, now we can see that destruction coming. Because you can see their enemies lining up. You can see Russia lining up. You see China lining up. And then they're going to make the beast, which is NATO, they're gonna turn around and line up too. They're going to struggling to provide natural gas to their citizens.
Other part of it add up to it in verse 10, taking that verse 10, he said, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. And that's going back into what the Archers mentioned earlier, is that they Babylon the Great, while their cities get destroyed, they're gonna try to destroy the nation of Israel. Okay, that's where the FEMA camps gonna come in at. All the Walmart they're shutting down, they're gonna turn those into concentration camps. Okay, so that's what it means right there. My people being led to the flock into the slaughter.
I want to elaborate that on what you said right there on that point too. I can see what they're gonna do is see, and they go to the 2/3. The 2/3 don't know what's going on. So when our hell break loose, they're gonna go on the radio or come to this Walmart facility, come to this facility, you'll be safe. And hey, just like a pig going to the slaughter, the 2/3 they gonna go right there and they gonna shut the door like, oh yeah, we got about 2,000, 3,000 go ahead and strap them up and then go ahead and torture.
Now, the fact you even elaborate even further, even the post office, because there's somewhere in the martial laws or whatever, the post office, they saying that people can go to the post office. You already know the post office is already set up as a concentration camp. You look in those gates where those vehicles are, they got the barbed wires at the top. So all of that's pretty much another concentration camp as well too.
A good one too.
Yep.
You know, so they already got the camp set up. FEMA camp, they already set up, ready to go. You know, and the only thing Babylon the Great is waiting on is when the enemies come in, the foreign troops, when Russia, when China invade, because they say Russia already setting up for South America right now. You know, they're gonna come in right through that open border, or they disguised as migrants. You know, they're gonna be disguised as another tribe, and they're gonna come out, super slock them, and you know, start cleaning up the National Guard. National Guard gonna get wiped out first. Them little kids ain't ready, man. You know,
they the weakest army, man. Like, if you talk to your veterans, they'll tell you the National Guard is the weakest. They not well trained. Like, I had stories with veterans. They told you that they got mad when they had to go train the National Guard because they don't know nothing. They don't know how to survive for themselves. So what makes you think they're gonna be able to guard a nation? That's what they're supposed to be doing.
Plus, their children. I just look a lot of people sign up for the National Guard to get like college aid,
right?
Get a little what's that? Benefits, discount. They ain't ready to shoot nobody, and then like it's wartime coming because they all getting called in right now. There's some that work on my job, they getting called in. I seen a thing on Yahweh Maccabees, his page where Edomite was like his cousins that's in the military, they all get called up, they about to get deployed. You know, then you got Creepy Joe Biden already said they about to increase from 80,000 troops to like 300,000 troops and put them over there on NATO's border because they getting ready to go to war, man. Who's about to come on with it? So wartime is hit. It's in. If you a Jake in the military, you're going to your death, man. Straight up. Because the war is going to climax to going to war with your Howard shot. And you sure as hell ain't going to win that. So I got a precept while we talk about Russia and China, because that's their red horse. Their red horse been given a great sword. Let me not get ahead of myself, put it on out. This Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. So look here, man, Russia, which that word when the Russia went into it goes in a ruckus, they're about to bring the noise, they're about to bring that ruckus, you know. And they got China backing them up. China and Russia, both their militaries are red, man. Both their colors are red. That's their red horse. A horse goes symbolizes the power. So China and Russia getting together, that's power. That's more powerful than Babylon the Great. That's why they're over there shaking in their boots. They really don't want to put no troops in Ukraine because really they scared of Russia. They scared of China because their militaries are really strong. Because like I heard the scripture say, it says, and was given to him a great sword. This sword bigger than Babylon the Great. You know, Russia got the most devastating nukes, the ICBM. They number one, China number two. Babylon is number three. And then look, they did an ICBM test in Iowa and that bug blew up. They might be behind Iran. Might be behind North Korea. They over there gearing their stuff up. They stuff is new. Babylon Great stuff is old. You know your stuff set up all old past expiration date. Hey, you ain't fired that stuff up since 1940. Hey, you fired up, that mother blew up. So now they're like, damn, we ain't got much news to be thought. That's why I was just say, the weak sound strong. That's why I like, man, they're like, hey, man, hey, this whole shit perfect for the taking. She been smoking crack. You know, they're going to meth, fentanyl. Her pimp don't like her no more. She's vulnerable. Let's go get her. We're going to ravage her, man. Fire up them rods, you know? And that's what they about to do, man. They said, and the power was given to take peace from the earth. Russia is destroying all the peace that was here, you know, on the planet Earth, all the peace time. Because Russia's about to kick off World War III. And then I heard, they said in the article, like, man, who was that? NATO secretary. I can't remember his first name, his last name was Stoltenberg. You already know what name he's from. Stoltenberg said that Russia taking away all the peace from the earth, and we're scared. We're more scared than we've ever been in decades. So that was in the article and lesson I just did, the latest one I did on World War III. The peace getting took. Then they talk about because of the war in Russia, Ukraine, that people are starving because Ukraine provides a lot of grain and wheat to a lot of people. So hey man, that's that famine you have about yourself promise right there. Then plus the war kick off. If China say no more trade, I ain't giving America nothing else. Hey, it's gonna be bad. America already destroyed 100 food processing plants. So if they don't get no more aid from China, hey, that famine gonna be in full bloom. And that's what's that gonna do. Then it's gonna be war of the people. It's gonna be food war. You know, Jimmy Ray, Billy Bob, you know, and they ain't got nothing to eat. And they look at Jake over there like, oh, little Ray Ray got, you know, packs of noodles, water. Little Ray Ray eating good. I'm gonna do like my great great grandpa. I'm going over there and just pop little Ray Ray in the head and take it. You know, this is my country anyway. What they say, manifest destiny. They're gonna put their little patriot gear on. This is America.
Yeah, I'm surprised they might put on their grandfather KKK mask.
Hey, they put their hood on. Hey, they did that in Boston. They didn't put the hood on, but they put the white around their face. You know, symbolic. It ain't nothing but a new age KKK. You know how to put that? Y'all seen that group chat in Boston? I'm gonna do, Lord, when I do a lesson on that. They marched through Boston because Boston now has a Moabite I want to say mayor or secretary, something like that. Her name is Michelle Yu, and they was mad about that. So that old hatred. That's why I be telling Jake, if you over kicking with an Edomite, hang around an Edomite, hey man, you might get your death pretty soon, and ain't nobody gonna shed a tear for you. Cause like the devil, he gonna show himself. Go ahead,
Right here to back you up, right here. It's Zechariah chapter 13 and 7. Just like I said, man, Jake, the 2/3, they not ready for it. And matter of fact, the stuff that we saying, they're not gonna believe it. So this is Zechariah 13 and 7. It says, "Awake, O sword." And okay, who has the power of the sword? Okay, and it says, "Against my shepherds." That goes to Yahshua, your 2/3. And it says, "Against a man that is my fellow," says the Lord of hosts. "Might the shepherd and the sheep shall be scattered, and I will turn my hand upon the little one." Okay, so the little one is Yahshua, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans. Okay, the 2/3, the ones that don't want to take heed to the word, the Lord Yahshua is going to wake up his sword against them. Okay, and who's going to bring that sword? The Mede, which is Russia. Okay, China, and then it gonna trickle down to the KKK. Go, Billy Bob, Billy Ray. All right.
I'm got it up. All right. And look, I like to say, smite the temper and the sheep to scatter. So they're gonna try to come after us, hopefully, like men. You know, but we ain't worried about it. You know, he said, touch not my anointing, do my prophets no harm. So we like, bring it on, Esau. So Esau gonna try to scatter the sheep of Yahweh outside. That's not gonna work. Now, as far as like your nigga leaders, your little TIs,
NFAC,
yeah, your little young thugger, they already got him locked up.
right?
Yeah. What's they do? Grandmaster Day or the NFC? Yeah. When they knock them off, all them about to scatter, man. Straight up. And then they ain't gonna have nothing to look for because they ain't gonna have no hedge protection because they not the men of the Lord. Most I don't give a damn about them. You know, you want them to get knocked off. And it look like them devils got aggravated. You know, and so hey, you're looking at there's war coming. And like I said, with I brought up that precept right there, man. Esau gonna look to knock off. If he gonna try to lock off the leadership, he gonna look to scatter. What's that saying go? Divide and conquer. Esau looking to do that. So your little church leader's gonna get knocked off. You know, your little basketball star.
Church leaders, they help you out of the seat, right? Matter of God. And I might as well go ahead and read this that precept, but we bring it out all the time in Zechariah 13 and 8. And it says, "And it shall come to pass." And it says, "And it shall come to pass in the outer land," says the Lord, "2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, and the third shall be left therein." So in verse 7, we can explain that sword, they basically going what they're going to be cut off and die by. Okay, which is the missile, the modern day sword is a gun, and so on and so forth.
Why Esau like to swing that sword so much? No, that's his blessing right there. There goes Psalm 17 and 13. "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him. Cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." So Esau was set up to cut Jake's numbers down because he's known as the sword. You know? So and then they also call him the wicked. So we know they're talking about Esau right there. So if you're not in this house of David, if you don't have the covenant of Yahweh most likely you're gonna get knocked off by Esau, by the sword, or you're gonna die in that famine that's coming. One of those two. Or a pestilence might hit your butt. Because Esau throwing pestilence out there like nobody been. They better prep that up too. I said we're gonna go into another medical lockdown. In that lockdown, they're gonna go through this snatching people up. Then if you stay 100 miles off the border or 100 miles from the international airport, the what's that they call that? The border patrol?
Right there.
Yeah, the border patrol have the right to go up in your house and take you from your crib or spoil your goods. They now have that right. They say like a national security type of thing. So that's on the books. and they're gonna implement that. And there's Jake over here thinking everything's all hunky dory, not paying attention, not getting in the truth. Don't have a curtain of your how about y'all shy, and like you're gonna get your judge like I read out there Zechariah 13:8. Because the election have attained what they were looking for. We got the truth. So when our health break loose, we're not gonna run around what I do, the lights down. Oh, I got no water. We're not gonna panic, man. We already preparing for this. We anticipating this. We fortify our minds. We getting ready for war.
And my man, scripture where it said, "My sheep hear my voice," right there. That's what the hope elect gonna be doing. They're gonna be listening to the voice of the Lord. How about now, shout?
I got.
I got another one right here. This is a lot of the 2/3 also think that Yahweh Shai is gonna come back and bring peace as well too. So I'm gonna bring out this is Matthew. Yep, Matthew chapter 10 and 34. And it said, "Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword." Okay, and that sword is what Yahweh Shai is gonna come and bring war as well too. Okay, and it said in verse 35, he said, "For I come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law." And it says, "And a man's foe shall be they of his own household." Okay.
So with that, that's all I want right there. You're gonna see family members fight each other, friends fighting each other, and they're gonna do it because of what? Lack of bread, great tribulation. We're going to the pearly times, we're going to the evil days, the dark times, when the lights go off. If your family ain't got a strong hand, ain't fortified, the spirit of the Lord ain't there, it's gonna be all our chaos, man. Little Ray gonna be like, shit. I can take our little tata and save on some noodles, Right. Or, what I'm saying? I go over here and knock off the Dashika. And you know what I'm saying? That's one less mouth to feed. He ain't gonna look to have faith on y'all about yourself like y'all about yourself gonna feed me. But, he ain't gonna be solidified and grounded in no faith. He gonna think of carnal means. Then like say if you already getting into it with your old lady or the man getting into it with her dude, when the shit get bad, he gonna man, I'm off this chick. There ain't no 911. Like you gonna say earlier, we started camp. You got mothers already stabbing their daughters in the heart. So imagine when ain't no food. You got one out. Matthew 3:8 says, "The time of love, the time of hate, the time of war, and the time of peace." And we're clearly in the time of hate and the time of war, man. Just like the brother just read, hey, the bones are gonna be those of your own household. And not if you escape that, you don't have to rush straight to Esau either. If you escape that, hey man, you got more troops gonna be knocking at your door after a while. But so you got
I was just saying, even if you escape that, you're gonna have to worry about the damn animal too.
It reminds me of Amos 5, I believe, where it says it's gonna be like you escaped from a bear and a lion met you. You escaped from the lion and you went into the house and on the wild for rest and the serpent. It's gonna be all out hell and all out war coming up on this place, America, Babylon the Great, in the world. It's called a chase road. You ain't gonna have no peace, no safety. It's gonna be dangerous and death and heavy turn. Matter of fact, let's see what I got. I got something to bring that up. It's gonna be all out chaos. That's what taking trouble is. It's chaos. Everywhere you look, everywhere you turn. And your mind has to be ready for this. That's why this edification goes to the building up. It's building us up and getting us ready for war. Because the Lord is a man of war. He's a warrior. He's making us warriors. Brothers and sisters that's watching this are getting edified. You're getting your mind built up. So when it happens, you're like, okay, I was briefed on this, and you can, you have some stability. That you still gonna have, you still got to be on your toes and be circumspect, but you at least have stability to where you know what's happening. You ain't gonna run when you see a chariot outside. Go ahead. Ephesians 6:11. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, man. You gotta put on that whole armor, man. So that's what brother was talking about. If you was part of the whole for the neck, hey, you was building yourself up. You putting on that helmet. You was building yourself up. You was putting on that breastplate. You was building yourself up. You was putting on them armbands. You was building yourself up. You was girding up your loins, man. So you got it out.
And I want to elaborate even further. So you said you'll be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. The wiles goes into the strategy. Okay, so when Esau even put those snares and traps, you be able to avoid those snares and traps that Esau put up. And another thing is, Yahweh Shai said, I will bring plagues upon the whole world. Okay, one of those plagues is the plague of the mind. A lot of 2/3 gonna be plagued with that mindset, like just like the author said, they're gonna knock off the plague, their own family members. They gonna think that the main mindset that they're gonna be thinking of. Okay, if I kill him off, that's one less mouth to feed. That's how they thinking when it's time to get ready to come.
They're gonna lean on their own understanding. They're not gonna lean on the understanding of how about God with God. And then therefore they don't have faith. Without faith, you ain't got no hope. So when the Babylon the Great go down, they're gonna be hopeless. They're gonna do whatever comes to their mind. As I said, this ain't a good time. Separate from a 2/3, man. You do not want to be around a 2/3 this time. Because they're gonna get real carnal. They're gonna turn into like beast on the field, like a dog.
So even further, how about the outside anyway? Just like I said, we never be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. See, the wiles of the devil also bring out demons. Okay, 2/3 are considered weak vessels, and the demons actually attack people that preach. So they trying to get inside those weak people just so they can make war on us. They continue on making war on earth.
The demons, so like I said, the demons gonna come out of people, man. Everything been suppressed. You got what? Bread and circus, entertainment. Once it gets taken away and the whole atmosphere is survival, man, whatever demons you working with, they're gonna display them, man. That's why you're gonna see dudes that gangs, they're gonna ravage women. Like I did a lesson on that. Eve got ravaged around a bunch of cookie and Ray, the lights go out, and she got taken advantage of. And the Lord been saying that that's gonna happen. Been telling you to be holy and separate yourself from these 2/3 if you can. If you don't want to be around them when situations get bad, because those are not solid men. They're not solid, like I said earlier, they got demons in them. When the opportunity presents itself, they're gonna act out on them demons. And Esau is a goddamn demon. Esau is the wicked. Like you said, like brought up. He's the devil. So when this situation hit, he gonna look on who he can devour. Especially if you see a little Eve looking good, it's a gang of them, man, they gonna just snatch her up and take her. Or little kids. Esau, he's wicked, man. He like little kids. They're gonna be taking people, eating them. Esau do cannibalism, drink blood. They some real life vampires. It ain't just no movie stuff. Esau get down like that.
I'm gonna make you think of this precept when you said that, because it's Proverbs chapter 25 and 28. It said, "He that has no rule over his own spirit is like a tree that is broken down without walls." And that's going into somebody that have no self-control, nobody that have no restraint. So whenever our hell goes loose, that means those demons are gonna come into them. Then he's basically that tree that's broken down without walls. Okay, anybody gonna take advantage of that person. Okay, so that's the point right there. So it's gonna be a lot of individuals. They're gonna be like demons broken down without walls. They ain't gonna have no rule over their spirit.
I like you brought that spiritual right there, man. They a weak wall, man. And see these little teachers, little hood chicks gonna start seeing it the hard way. I thought this dude was gangster. I thought he was solid. I thought he was a real nigga. When this happens, you gonna understand that a real nigga ain't nothing good. A real nigga gonna turn into a nigga. And a nigga, ain't nothing positive about a nigga. A nigga got demons in him. And he gonna act out on that. He gonna knock you off to deserve some food. Or might sell you. Might barter your butt. To Esau. Like, y'all got food, man. I got this chick, man. Y'all can have her.
There's all kinds of movies about them little situation, man. Yeah. The elder Malcolm was did a lesson on a movie about that, man. He had this one Edomite was walking around with this female, and every time he had to go into a checkpoint, he take pass her out, and they take her in the tent. That's stuff that they was doing.
That's gonna happen, man. That's gonna happen when this thing hit off, man. The dudes ain't solid, and like I said, they not ready for war. Little Ray Rays ain't ready for no war, man. These dudes, man, they just take a covering of Babylon the Great, man. And that's why they only attack Jake. Esau ain't gonna investigate that. They don't try to kill another Edomite. They ain't trying to go to jail like that. They go kill, little flight from little 5-7, because Esau ain't gonna investigate that. He gets a little points from these little rats. But these 2/3 Jakes ain't ready. This is your average dude anyway. I said you got women scrambling for men. If you ain't a man of the Lord, he gonna get ran through. Most out of it about protection for the hopefully like man, that man only. Because what he got in him, he got the living waters. He got the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding how about shall. Therefore, he has value. Any other man ain't got no value. That little Federal Reserve note ain't gonna be nothing when the dollar crash. Which people gonna bug out when the dollar crash. Gonna be wars on that. When the dollar crash, then Jake, he ain't gonna know what to do. He had 3,000 pounds of money just gone. So he gonna just look to knock niggas off. So I'm gonna pull this because hey, this is one thing that's gonna mess Jake up when they see all these dead bodies in the street, all these dead bodies everywhere, man. This is Revelation 11:8, and their dead bodies shall lie on the street of the great city, which spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. So, like the scripture said, there's gonna be dead bodies laid out everywhere. Man, military troops gonna pull people out. Hey, if you don't take this, take that mandate, blah blah blah. Leave that, go to the next. So you might get cast out your home. You might have to go rummaging for some supplies, and you can go see dead bodies all over the place, everywhere. You know, from either skirmishes from the military, people on people, you know, violence, and just anything, man. You're gonna hear women hollering at night, children crying. You know, it's gonna be hell on earth when that trouble pop off. And it said, which spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Man, the way the Lord overthrew Egypt, hey, he's gonna do the same thing, but it's gonna be even more spectacular. It's gonna go out with more of an explosion. Like back then they had ancient weapons, you know, maybe gunpowder, you know, little arrows, swords. Now hey, we got missiles, you know, radio frequency weapons, high frequency weapons. Everybody got guns, you know, people have machetes, you know, people know how to make pipe bombs, pipe bombs going on, Molotov cocktails. It's gonna be more, everything's gonna be more crazy, man. It's gonna be this craziness out of this thing, man. Your mind gotta be right for this, y'all. It gotta be right. And so they look at us, man, the Lord, like, man, you acting emotionally, you acting heartless. No, man, the Most High numbing me up for what's to come. That's what he's doing. That way I don't bug out because I see a couple dead bodies. I'll be walking down like it's a walk in the park because I knew it was coming, you know? But then there's one that say 10,000 at my right hand, 5,000 at my left, we're going to be solidified. We're going to walk through this thing like, hey, we got a goal in mind. We're enduring to the end. We're looking for the kingdom of Yahweh Shah. You know, 2/3 ain't got to fall back on. Esau, he ain't got nothing to fall back on. He going into slavery. So Esau, he going to go out hard. Esau going to look to get a high number of jakes when it's time for him to do his thing, you know?
Put my ear this is Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 14. And it said, wherefore hear the word of the Lord Yahweh Shah, ye scornful man that ruled his people within Jerusalem. Okay, that was the 2/3, the plantation Christian pastor. All right, it said, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death. Okay, and how you make a covenant with death without making a covenant with Esau either, because he represents death. Okay, just like I just brought out, he said, they read is gonna they take peace from the earth. Okay, and he said, and with hell and are all and like you said, and with hell and we are at agreement with the overflowing scorn shall pass through, it shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge. Okay, and that's what he's talking about. The pastor that's telling you lies. Okay, they basically helping you out in the sheep. And he said, under falsehood, we had hid ourselves. Okay, and he said, under falsehood, we had hid ourselves. And he said, therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh power, behold, I will lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, and a sure foundation. He that believes it shall not make haste. Okay, and that's pretty much back up what I just brought out right there. All right, but we're not gonna be, bugging out in those times when we see those dead bodies.
We're gonna be living on that strong rock that you're talking about, that strong foundation. We say Yahweh Shah. We know Yahweh Shah got our back. That's one thing that separates us from that average man 2/3 out there, man. We know Yahweh Shah is for us. Yahweh Shah is dealing with us. That's how we able to go through these scriptures like that. It's the spirit of Yahweh Shah. So we gonna be like Yahweh Shah, he gonna come get us in any minute. We waiting on something. Like a Jacob's waiting on the bus, we gonna be waiting on Yahweh Shah. Therefore, we gonna have a sound mind. We gonna be like, oh, I gotta do this. I gotta stack up. I got a doomsday prep. No, man, we got a savior coming. We got a spiritual savior coming. And that right there is a grand cane of a difference between your average 2/3 nigga and a hopefully elect man right there. Yahweh Shah like that, man. He gonna show miracles and wonders in this time to show his power. No, he gonna show himself to the people, man. How he gonna show himself to the people? By through his men. He gonna show it to his men, like, man, look, let me show you the protection I give him. Watch what I'm show you what he gonna do. Watch what abilities I give this man. And then with that, we're gonna be able to protect whoever's around us at that time when all hell breaks loose.
Once you see all of that, y'all about to be out trying to see how you got to believe. Believe in me.
God, he said, I'll make a man more precious than fine gold. That scripture gonna go in a major way in time to come. Then you're gonna know who gold is and who ain't. You know, only certain women can see that now. But hey, how about Shashai? He is getting these women in the order. He getting us in order, he getting the women in order. Everybody starting to see who really got it. Everybody starting to see where the truth is at. Like, Yashral is waking up. Got a lot of Israelites like, hold up, man, we the chosen people. They ain't probably got the correct doctrine, but they still, you know, they on their way to awakening. The awakening is happening. You know, got some certain Israelites like, man, hold up. You know, I think we the people of this book. No, I need to get on, you know, I need to get on board and get right. They're starting to renew their mind. You know, he's starting to set us in order. And that's what Esau is in great fear about. That's why all the hell is coming out. But Esau know he at the end. He got a better short time. Like, damn, Jake waking up. Y'all try to waking up. There's more of them. I'm hearing y'all how about me out shout more. Hey, man, bring this. Hey, cut this off. You know, at the same time, they got foreign troops from overseas about to come on their neck, too. So he saw the big time trick back, man. He got enemies foreign and abroad. He got enemies within. Esau got a big L coming. Ain't no way to get out of it. You know? But I'm going to bring this right here. Talking about NATO and the enemies that's abroad. This is Revelation 17 and 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. So NATO gonna get scrambled up. NATO gonna get knocked off, invaded, and then at that time you have 10 kings that the Most High gonna set up, and they're gonna talk with the beast, and they're gonna, you know, have their power with the beast. They're gonna do what they need to do, and what they're gonna do, they're gonna say, you know what, this damn horde has been riding us. He's the reason why we all messed up. Let's go attack that horde. You know, and if they attack the horde, we'll keep on reading. It says this Revelation 17:13. These have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. You know, which goes in NATO. And then it's Revelation 17 and 14. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. He is the Lord of Lords, King of Kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. So after they bang with each other, they're gonna bang with Yahushua. And Yahushua gonna give everybody the business. You know, hey, he gonna show them who really run it. It's gonna take him 1 hour to knock everybody off. And he said, also those that are called and chosen. So not only Yahushua gonna bang against, you know, all these heathen kingdoms. Hey, the 144,000 gonna bang against them too. And the hopefully like man gonna bang against them.
Jeremiah 50 and 20 goes back to up. It says, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I bring, with thee I will break to pieces the nations, and with thee I will destroy kingdoms.
Ooh, you hear that? Hey, that's perfect. Perfect, that back it up. So we gonna be made battle axes, man. They said those are called and chosen and faithful. So we basically waiting on the Lord to get that spiritual power. Get that spiritual power. He said we're gonna do what? Break the nations, man. We're gonna have them like you're gonna see like Superman type of stuff. You're like, you're gonna think you're in a movie if you make it to that point to see the type of things that the men of the Lord gonna be doing. And that goes with Psalms 2 and 8. You know, give you the heathen for inheritance. You should bash them like a potter's vessel. Man, y'all but the men of the Lord gonna get down, man. That's when the river war really gonna kick in. But we're gonna turn the tide. Because then when y'all shall kick in and the men of the Lord kick in, everything gonna go back to our way. Everything gonna tip in our favor. And that's what's gonna establish the kingdom of heaven. And that's why all this war is getting broke up for. War is coming up and bubbling up. Go to war with us who's faithful and true. And that one that rides that white war. I want to say.
This is Isaiah 19 and 2. It says, I will stand up Egyptians against Egyptians, brothers will fight against brothers, and nations against and neighbors against neighbors, and kingdoms against kingdoms. That's the Esau on this side versus Esau on this side. That's pretty much what it is. NATO is just a bunch of Edomites that should just clicked up together with a few other nations, man. A few other Edom nations.
You got NATO, that's Esau. Russia, that's Esau. They're gonna click up, they're gonna fight over him by my face. That's Esau. So when they say you just first, who's the modern day Egyptian? Modern day Egyptian is Esau, man, your so-called white man. How you doing today? They're going to bang against each other. They're going to go to war. And that's about to happen soon. Okay? Right. That's going to bust up their whole power structure.
y'all have to go there. We're going to back both of y'all up. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, beat your plowshares into sword and your pruning hook into spear. He said, let the weak say, I am strong. They said, assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen and gather yourselves together around about. Till the call thy mighty ones come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge the heathen round about.
You hear that? Come to the valley of Jehoshaphat. That's over there in the Middle East area. So that's why the Euphrates River.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's the Lord doing now. He's gathering up all these nations together in the east right now. That's pretty much a fulfillment of this prophecy right here in Joel 3 and 8 down. What the brother just brought out. And that's the spirit. I was about to bring that out. I'm gonna pull that.
So like I say, the Euphrates River's drying up, the Tigris River's drying up. Why is that river drying up? The river drying up, so all the waters together there, and they fight each other. They all gonna fight each other. And if they fight each other, guess who's gonna show up? The Hausa gonna show up. Then they're gonna say, oh, alien invasion. You gotta come together. You gotta fight this foreign power. And man, y'all gonna whoop everybody, man. He gonna show who really won it. Man, the chariots gonna get busy. It's gonna like somebody Independence Day when the thing pop off.
That's the spirit. I was just thinking, you said all the rivers is dried up. I think, this is speculating that during that time, while they fighting in the midst of all those dry rivers, as soon as Yahweh shall come back, that's when he's gonna bring all that water back up.
Yep, what's that? Ancient Egypt.
Yep.
They doing Exodus. Yep. They got washed away. They say he might get rid of them like that. Just one fell move. Boom. They out the way.
Because he said in 1 hour, they're gonna be destroyed. Lose the paraphrase.
So that's gonna be easy work, And that's why, like I said, man, all these NATO clicking up, Russia clicking up, man. You got a lot of everybody. The battle lines have been drawn. All these nations coming together, shaking hands, making alliances. They getting ready for war, man. Everybody deploying troops. Everybody getting firing off their missiles, testing their missiles. They ain't doing that for no reason. They doing war drills. They getting ready to bang, man, in the water, in the air, and on the ground.
They don't just gain Sweden and Finland. That's right on the western coastal border of Russia, and then down below that is Ukraine. So NATO over here sending 300,000 troops, and that's why Putin is over there. He over there getting pissed. He already said he's about to push the button with some nuclear shit if they did that type of thing. So the war drums is beating.
And they did it. They did it like, I don't care what you say. We're going to go ahead. We're going to click in anyway. So I said, we wait any day now for a missile to hit. Right? And once that missile hit, it's going to be breaking news. Everybody going to talk about it. And then Creepy Joe going to have no choice but to go to war, man. And if you're in the military, hey, you going. Straight up. They going to put that gun in your chest, put you on that plane, and you going straight to Europe, overseas, or the Middle East. You're going somewhere over there to the end of the earth, and you about to fight.
Miss Independent don't have a gun in her hand.
Yeah,
be like, go get up ready.
It's gonna be crime. Y'all seen when we seen one piece of crime in the military. She's like, I didn't think I was going to war, y'all. I just signed up to go to war. I wasn't thinking y'all get to go home. I don't get to go home. Like, hell, you shouldn't have signed up. Your dumb ass. You thought that was. You just wear a uniform and think you cute. They showed her uniform twerking. So she thought it was a game. This I said 2/3 safety, everything a game. You signed up for the military, you signed your life over to Esau. If Esau gonna send you over there, he gonna send you over there. She go there crying. Y'all get to go home. I don't get to go home. But nobody told you to sign up for the military. And they've been saying it forever since the 90s. A black man got no place to be in a white man's army. I've been hearing that when I was coming up.
Crazy. That's in the 70s, dog.
They been saying the 70s. I'm just saying the 90s I was hearing that coming up. As I come at the 90s, I'm like,
that was when my boss was in the army. He was saying, that's what they used to say back then.
Yeah, so come on, man. So you going to war, man. And then like any day, they're setting up under any Edomite. They got an Edomite boyfriend, Edomite girlfriend. When all hell break loose, Edomite show you what it is. Ain't nobody gonna show no sympathy to you.
He might gonna choose their side. Like that's what you think was.
Exactly, man. Especially like say she got her Edom might think she winning. Man, wait till this thing kick off, man. He gonna call up Jerry and Jimmy, and they might ravish her and hang on the back. Ain't no more police.
Because the Edomite, you know, it's on the possibility the Edomite do try to protect us. What about the other Edomite that don't kill his ass and then take us?
And no, Esau, he a coward. He's scared. Yeah. He was like, shit, Kishi gotta go, Kishi.
Right.
they said it. I gotta live. I got children. You know? You don't give her an excuse. Why she gotta go. And it's like that video we watched when we started camp, but that one Eve saying that. Now Eve's like, now they're starting to realize who's really gonna protect you, really got their back. What man really resonates with them, what man really understands them, who they were made for. Now Eve's starting to understand that. Like, oh hell no, I can't give this motherfucker is the damn devil. You know? I watched the video way back some years where a chick was like, you probably seen it too, Fedora, where Eve was like, man, I finally seen him, man. He was the devil. Yeah, even my dude. And she was like, you made it to her by now. She's like, when I seen him, man, he was just so soulless. And he kicked me out. And I just seen the devil. Like, yeah, hell for now, you see. So, hey, that's about to go down. And I don't feel sorry for anybody people that joined unto them, man. You got little Edomite neighbors you got food with. When the food get low, hey, man, he coming right over there, tap, 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 like Call of Duty, and take your stuff. You know?
You gotta think about it. And this time, all the money ain't gonna mean nothing. So that's why the scripture says, "Riches profit not in the day of wrath." Your petrol dollars, it ain't gonna mean nothing. So what people gonna be going to war for is the food, where you got gas, light, water. That's what's gonna be the commodity when it comes to this time. I got a quick scripture to bring out. It's 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 17. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? And it's Ezra talking about who's gonna deliver in those days. How about the outside gonna deliver us out of it? Okay, in verse 18, and it says, the beginning of sorrow and great warning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of war, and the power shall stand in fear, in the beginning of evil. What shall I do when this evil shall come? Okay, and what shall you do? You call on Yahweh Yahweh. You gear up, put on the whole armor of truth. Okay, put on the whole armor of the Most High. It's like the Akadar you brought out earlier. That's what we're supposed to do. That's the reason why we are here. Okay, we're trying to research for the whole elect to come back to the fold. Yeah,
I'm for this out to go up. Kind of go. I brought out too, but earlier on the go chapter 3. Autumn is gathering up. Check it out. This is Revelation 19 and 19. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth, and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. And who is that they make war against that sat on that horse? They're talking about Yahweh Shah. But he comes on that white horse. White goes into purity. That's why Esau want to call himself white. He's going to present to the world like he's pure or something. But really, Negro, you pink and red. You the red man. Your ass is wicked. Ain't nothing pure about you.
First individual that ever committed identity crime.
Yeah, straight wickedness all on you and your glory, you know? So that right there showed you that like all these the military, these heathen militaries, they gathered to fight against Yahweh, man. They're gonna try to fight against him, and they all gonna lose. They all gonna get thrown down. That's why, hey, and when these heathens get thrown down, they ain't gonna have no more weapons. None of that weapons. They're gonna go into perpetual slavery to us. They were born to be the slave labor to Yahshua. When I really look at the big picture of it, I feel, and the whole reason why, certain nations are born, the heathen nations are born to serve us. They're going to serve us in the kingdom. That's the labor force. And you're going to split it up depending on, their nationality, You might have, Ham might be able to walk in the palace and be like a little butler and be in the house, but Esau going to be tied up in the back like a dog. They're going to be on the lowest level, Might have a little more, might be a little taskmaster, walk around, give you a little massage. They already do that anyway, Might have Ishmael out there building stuff. He's working on stuff. They good architect, and Esau out there doing the hard, getting whipped and doing the dirt grunt work of the work. That's why they were born. The nation is born to serve us, and they're gonna serve us.
Hey, man, Esau gonna be bringing out the material for the other heat.
Yeah, he's gonna be on the little doghouse, little pig pen. That's gonna have to mine, and breed them like they're gonna be doing. They're gonna be ain't like cavemen. They're gonna be dirty, nasty. Hey man, yo, eating my shoulders stink, man. Take them way back yonder. So hey, that's why the nations is born. They're gonna serve us in the kingdom. And then when they get knocked down like that, They're not gonna have no more weapons. You ain't gonna see no Ishmael making some ICBM.
Isaiah 2 and 4 says he will judge between the nations and will settle disputes for many people. It says they will beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nations will not take up swords against nations, nor will they train for war anymore. So, hey, the Lord's gonna have us judging over many people, many nations. We're gonna be rulers over them, like the brother said, and we're gonna make them beat their swords into plowshares and pruning hooks. That means they're gonna be in the fields sowing our crops and shit like that. It's gonna be a total role reversal from the slavery days that they put into us. You know, into us, got it up.
Elaborate on that point even further. That also proves that those the ones that's over there in our land now are the opposers, because it said we would learn to know war anymore. Okay, so we're in war right now, so that lets you know that Yasserala is not in his rightful place. Now, if I got another quick one right here, they're gonna go into it. This is Luke chapter 12 and 32. It said, "Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom." Okay, and that's the point right there. It is basically y'all shop made a world for our sake. That's why that's what the Yasserala was going into. Yeah,
I like, man, that was spiritual, man. I put that preacher at the back of what I say, beautiful. So this ain't not what I say. This ain't my saying. This is the saying of Yahweh Shah. He said that's how it's gonna be. And while we doing this command scriptures to the sheep, and I brought that out, that's how it's gonna be, man. They not gonna have no more weapons. These nations gonna serve us. That's why they about to go to war now. Because all the war instruments about to get used now. That I brought in the scripture. When we start beating these nations down, get them out of subjection, they're gonna be doing agriculture, farming. Then like the world's gonna be at peace at that time. Because Yahshua gonna be in power. We're gonna rule in righteousness. Ain't gonna be no need to have ICBMs and have GMO food and poison chemicals and all that, because Esau ain't gonna be ruling no more. Because Esau don't know how to rule because he's a fool. You know, he's a violent man. And all he does is think of mischief and wickedness and how he can gain some money or get over somebody. We don't think like that. So that right there shows you, hey man, they gonna like the heathens gonna like it. Only people that's really gonna really hate it is Esau. But Ishmael, they're gonna be cool with that. Moab gonna be cool with that. Ham's gonna be cool with that.
Matter of fact, so that's why Esau is the border of wickedness. That's his lot. That's where he is. He's wicked. He's pure wicked. That's why he's the border of wickedness. He can't pass that border and go over to righteousness. Right?
He's the basis of all men, and he's gonna go to his level. We're supposed to be the base at the bottom. So everybody gonna look at Esau, point and laugh, and scorn at them like, "Yes, I'm glad your ass is in slavery. Good job, Yasserala. Y'all gonna whip them some more." Cause like right now, everybody love Esau. When they flip go right side up, everybody gonna hate Esau. We gonna hate Esau, and all the others gonna hate Esau too. And it's gonna be a bad thing to be an Edomite. Just like they try to make it now, it's a bad thing to be a Jacob. When the kingdom comes, it's gonna be a bad thing to be an Edomite. Everybody gonna be that. It's gonna probably have public floggings. Go through and just be whipping them. Everybody have little carnivals. You play, little gold shekels, throw some little stuff at them, whip their back.
Jake baby.
Yeah, the dodge ball. Yeah, God. It's gonna reverse. It's gonna be knock the Edomite teeth out. Wow, the metal iron ball.
I was also thinking like when I was elaborating on your point, you said we're gonna rule the world in righteousness. That's like pure peace, like straight peace to the point where like even the animals is not even gonna be attacking people. Like that's the peace that we're talking about. Right now we don't have it because Esau is ruling.
The vibration is passed up on the planet Earth. The harmony, everything is off. All nature is off. You got trees down at the wrong season. The coral reef is bleaching up. Oh, you showed. I might do a lesson on that. They one showed with the two fish tanks.
Yep.
And one had no oysters in it. It was all dirty and messed up. The other tank had oysters in it. It was all clean and pure. Yep. I said Esau either thought he go against the law.
How about me outside say he's gonna destroy them with to destroy the earth.
And he does.
And he's destroying the earth by picking up all the animals that's supposed to clean the earth. Okay.
So that's what we welcome war. War is to take Esau out of power. And everybody's gonna be happy when Esau's out of power and goes to his rightful place, which is at the bottom, which is the base man. That's why war is coming. We're not ducking and dodging and hiding. Like, I hope they get a peace deal. I hope somebody knock Putin off. I don't want war. We want war. We want war to happen. We want World War III to pop off. We ready for this war. That right there makes a difference. Your fucking race. Your two-thirds want peace. They want to stay in Babylon the Great in the prison.
And it's like, I ain't gonna say it's mind boggling, but it's just like the 2/3 they out here, they do all kinds of wickedness every single day. But when it comes to the World War III, they don't want it to happen. Like, what difference that make, man? And it shows you how hypocritical the 2/3 are. They'll pop off and do war against their own people. When it comes to their country, Babylon the Great, they don't want that to happen. They don't want to see the fall of Babylon the Great.
Hey, that's dumb. They want to stay in prison. They don't even know what's going on. Like, they've been programmed to think I'm supposed to kill my own, push the drug, and go rap about it, make a freestyle. And then go hit a little teacher. That's life for a 2/3 right there. And that's all they know. So with this big war coming, that's gonna ruin their stability. Cause they get their stability from Babylon the Great. So with this big war coming, that's gonna take away their peace and comfort. They're not ready for that, man. We show they ain't really bad like that. Like I said, they only good at killing another Jake. But it's time to put in war against a big enemy. A giant like Esau, he gonna cower up because he's just like his master. 2/3 Jake is just like a minion for Esau. He's the same, coming the same spirit. He ain't really got it like that. He ain't brave. You don't take bravery to get a gun and go shoot another Jake. And most times they shoot another Jake, they try to what they say, catch him slipping. They wait his back to turn, or he with his family. Then they get it. They don't go head up.
NBA young boy, what they call it on White Foot Creek.
Yeah, they creep. Yeah, they creep up on them, man. They don't just go head up and go shot for shot. They look and he do like Esau. He sneak, man. But all them about to be done away with, man. That's all to the power and glory. How about y'all shock? I'm tired of 2/3. I'm tired of Esau.
That comes in that spirit of the serpent right there, man. Because the serpent, what is an actual serpent does? That ain't gonna come to you head up.
Creeping that grass, man. Grass to slowly creep up on you. You wait to get a strike at this, man. Then he comes with the quick. They say he was quietly and slow. And that's how Esau, yup. They don't do nothing outright. I know that Esau got more and more knowledge about how to deal with our people. They racist, but they went undercover. They used to be out with it in the 40s and 50s. They seen us coming together. They Black Panthers like, oh shit, making them stronger. They coming together. Okay, let's act like we with them. Act like they cool, and we're gonna do it on the underdog. And that way we do it good. Then we get in all their businesses, ruin their business deals. We can upstart authority. They come in our little, gathering. I say do it like this. Throw a little monkey wrench in your engine. Turn each other gay. Hey man, little Ray friends bigger than little John. I think you should be the head dude. And right there, hey, what they so discord among brethren? That's what Esau do. One of his little evil tactics. So there you go, man. That's why they deal carefully with them. They did like Pharaoh. Remember Pharaoh said we should deal carefully with these people because they're more mighty than us. That's the same thing that Esau did. And now Esau, hey, they about to go at each other's head because of a lack of bread, a lack of resources, supplies. They say we've been killing Jacob this time. Now I want to kill each other. And that's what's on the play right now. They got talking about black on black crime. Oh, they killing each other. Okay, so what's about to be World War III about to be? Same thing. Why don't they like Jake do that on a neighborhood status? That's low level stuff. Where Esau do it, hey man, hey, that's blowing stuff up. Hey, everybody suffering when Esau crowd go. Esau drop bombs.
Think about that bombing back in the day with that church where they blew up them 7 little girls. They blew up their church back in the day. This when Malcolm X and Martin Luther King was all on the thing.
They bomb churches here. Yeah, right where we standing at. They bomb these churches.
It's no excuse for you to be still trusting in Esau because they have a history. They have a track record of all the wickedness that they've done. So you can pull off any little man. Go 10 years back, Esau did some wicked. Another 10 years, it don't matter. Every decade, Esau did something that was wicked. Yeah, and basically every year, kind.
They do wickedness every day. Can't go to sleep not doing some wicked.
Right. But y'all want to trust and oppress.
So they foolish, man. That's why he called y'all. I thought them silent. See, I'm gonna bring this out. This is Psalms 9:3. When my enemies are turned back, they shall fall and perish at thy presence. That's about to go into play. That's future prophecy, man. When we get that power for Yahweh, enemies gonna turn back. They're gonna fall, they're gonna perish. I made number 4. But thou hast maintained my right and my cause. Thou sattest in the throne, judging right. So it goes for all this fight for righteousness, man. They're saying right there, we maintain the righteousness, we maintain the laws of best our ability. We maintain the doctrine, you know, we did the work. We endure it to the end. Or when we do that. And then number 5, thou hast rebuked the heathen, thou hast destroyed the wicked, thou hast put out their name forever and ever. And that through the power of Yahweh, we're gonna be able to carry that out. But we already rebuking them now. We're telling Esau where you wrong at. We're telling Moab where you wrong at. We're telling Ishmael where you wrong at. We're telling Ham where you wrong at. Rebuking him. We're telling them we the people of the Most High. And the minute we shall turn back, hey, we about to crack your head. You know? And if we gonna put their name out there, they're not gonna be ruling nothing. They ain't gonna have no name in the streets. They're gonna have, you ain't gonna see them on the billboards and see them all, you know, plastered up everywhere. None of that, man. We're gonna be ruling. They're gonna be underlings under us. And the wicked gonna be destroyed, man. After 1,000 years, gonna put down the remainder of the house of Esau. I'm gonna read number 6. And thou enemy, destruction will come to a perpetual end, and thou destroy cities. The memorial is perished with them. So World War III is happening to destroy all Esau's memorials, all his streets, all his monuments, all his structures. All they gonna get blew up. When ICBM thermonuclear missiles go off in the church, blow everything up. And then as we, you know, spoiling them, you know, beating them down. He's like, gonna have no more, you know, look back like I built that. He gonna have nothing. You know? And I'm gonna hit 7. But the Lord shall endure forever. He has prepared his throne for judgment. World War III is prepping judgment. Judgment is about to go forth. That's the end result of everything. That's the solution. It's judgment. You know, only way to fix 2/3, judgment. Only way to get rid of this heathen, judgment. That's what's going to smooth everything out is the judgment of Yahweh. And that's what we're patiently waiting on right there. No, that's what I said. The Lord shall dwell there forever. Our kingdom is going to be perpetual. It's going to dwell forever because we're going to keep the laws and commandments perfectly in there. It's going to be on our inward part. We're never going to offend him again. Therefore, he's never going to put us out of the sight no more. We're going to please him all the time. So check it out. And I'm going to read 8. And he shall judge the world in righteousness. It shall minister judgment to the people in uprightness. So he's going to judge the world in righteousness, man. When this judgment go out, that's going to be a righteous thing. When you destroy Esau, that's going to be a righteous thing. That's what we're prepared for. That's what we're ready for. That's what's about to go down. That's what's about to happen. World War III is prepping judgment for Esau, the 2/3 and all the heathen that ain't with Yahweh. You know? And it says, number 9, the Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. Who's oppressed? Man, the children of Israel, we're the ones that's oppressed. We oppressed by the damn devil. We oppressed by his enchantment. He even make our women that oppress us. You know? Everything in this kingdom is oppressed with wickedness, man. You can't even like really raise your children the way you want to. Everything is wicked in the atmosphere. You know? You ain't hardly got no rights.
You can try to raise your kids. They're gonna try to find a way to take them from you.
Exactly, man. Teach them all kind of little crazy, little obscene things. And it's like you get no rest here, man. It's wickedness everywhere you look. You know, you ain't got dominion over your woman. We ain't got no sovereignty here. We ain't got no money, no military, no really no money infrastructure. We ain't got that. You know, what's that one dude's name? Clyde Anderson. He been trying to he been trying to establish that he can't. Because he ain't realized yet that Negro to establish a monetary infrastructure, you need rulership. You're not gonna get that. Esau got rulership. So we ain't got no money infrastructure, and we don't have nothing here, man. All we got is His word. All we got is the Spirit of Yahweh and His life that He's given us. That's all we got, man. Shit, we ain't got no women. Our women listen to Esau more than us. You know, Esau can say one little thing on the news or on the job or whatever. They okay, yes. We say something, they nigga, no nigga this. You know, they gonna be popping at us.
Go to the doctor when the doctor with an Esau say go to the doctor. All of this bullshit.
I call Esau on you. Like, you know, do too much, call 911, I call Esau on you. So we ain't got the men of our women, of our children. They said you give your child a whooping, he gonna tell the school or something. Shit, they come and child service take your child away.
Even Eve don't think you can whoop your own child.
God. So This has happened so we can get sovereignty, so we get dominion. We tired of being up under this devil. Unlike the 2/3, we have wisdom, and we know who the problem is. It's Esau. So he has to come out of power so we can be in power, so we can rule again. Then we can establish things. We can establish righteousness. We can establish order. You know, we can get the world back right again. Esau done made the world sick because they're stupid. You know, they don't know what they're doing. They wicked, man. You know, so we need the world to get back right. The only way it's gonna get back right, let Esau attack each other. I said, you got dumb Jake talking about, man, don't do that. Y'all gonna fight. Stop it. Please. Man, I hope you get popped too. Let these devils fight, man. That's gonna bring me joy to see another devil put another devil to death. I'm tired of seeing Jake put Jake to death. Let these devils put each other to death.
You know, why you even trying to talk to Jake? They used to get excited. They used to laugh when they killing one another, man. So-called black on black crime, man. They used to laugh at that.
They set it up. That's a set up game.
He thought he was getting ready to kill each other. Now you want to stop it? You want to say, yo, y'all need to have peace? Come on, each other, man. That's why we can't fuck with 2/3, man.
Nah. Hey, I'm ready for them to bang, man. I got more free park. I'm saying I ain't more free now.
I got one more, man. You said a whole lot, man. You pretty much broke down Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 14 and 12. And it says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? Okay, and you know, the Pancake Christian Church, we broke it down last week. You know, they try to say it's an angel, but that's Esau Edom. Okay, the Illuminati. And it says, son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nation? For thou hast said in thine heart, I would ascend into heaven, I would exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High, I would sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the side of the north. I would ascend above the heights of the cloud, I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell to the side of the pit. They shall see, like you said, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world? It said that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the city thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. Okay, it said all the kings of the nations, even of all them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house. Okay, so that's how you know who this scripture is talking about. They the one they shook out kingdom. Okay, they made the world a wilderness. All right, the world is basically in a worst state that it's ever been. Okay, and they refuse to open up the doors of their prison. Okay, so that's how you know we're talking about Esau Edom, the so-called white man, and they're about to get brought down.
That's the prophecy. You say it's brought down to the earth. You know what I'm saying? So Esau about to be cast out. He's about to be cast out of his heaven. Right? Heaven also goes into rulership. You know, so Esau is in his heaven now. His heaven is about to get took away from him. He's about to be cast down. And that's when he's gonna come with that great wrath. He's gonna be mad. Like, oh, the reason I got cast out is because of Jake. Jake out there talking about Yahweh. Jake out there preaching. Jake out there being right. So I lost because of Jake. So that's when they're gonna try to seek that woman. The remnant, the hopefully elect, they keep the laws and commandments, they got the testimony behind Yahweh. Yeah, so that right there is on the books, man. Esau's about to come out of power, man. How he's gonna come out of power? Hey, he ain't together no more. You look at it back then, Esau used to be tight. Esau have all kind of problems. When they come against Jake, Esau come together real quick. Now there's division among Esau. Who created that division? Yahweh created that division. And now they're about to fight each other, man. Now we get to say white on white crime. Esau versus Esau, you know? And y'all stuff gonna be so bad. Like, people that's like, you know, in the background, they better not be close to that battle. They're gonna get blew up. They're gonna fight with missiles, ships, warships, you know, in the sea and in the air. You know, aircraft. So this thing about to get ugly. And what we're gonna try to say, hey, so you keep out there, fortify your mind, prepare for the war that's about to come, man. You should be getting your wartime ready. Getting on, like Ox said, brother, earlier, getting your armor on. That way, when the wartime hit, hey, it's like you got your war already. You're going, you ready for war. Like, okay, yeah, I knew it was coming. Let's go. You know, I'm ready for you. Esau, hell no, I ain't about to go to your damn detention center. I know what you're about to do to me over there. You know, you're going to be high now. Got your little stuff put back. Hey, got your little pocket Bible. And plus, you're going to be sitting out praying. See, how about y'all saying that, man? Y'all gonna answer you back. He's gonna send, all kind of miracles and all kind of signs your way in order to guide you. So therefore you can see, his coming with all his glory and get yourself on the chariot. That being said, man, I've just been edifying. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, astrology, tell about ball, baby. Keep the faith. Y'all keep that faith.
Getting back in this likeness.